It's receiving my content.
Metroid.
That's how it
Me, me,
starts.
me. Very beginning of the podcast, be like, I'm still unhappy there's no Animal Crossing. Be like,
You should.
if it's not gonna happen, I will cry real tears.
That's funny. Well, we are live, so what is up, YouTube? FirePhoenixKing here today, and today we're having a podcast with two of the Fire Flower Power members, and we'll introduce them. We have Miss Fire Bingaboo
What up?
and Mr. Fire Legend of Goose.
Metroid.
Yes. And we're just gonna go ahead and talk about the games that Nintendo launched, and I just want to talk about the presentation itself. I just think it was really good. They presented a lot of games that are actually really good, and the release dates is amazing. Like
Yeah,
it's like
the Switch has a lot of hype. I'm really glad that they because they said beforehand that they were gonna focus on a lot of games that are coming out in 2017, but they did also sprinkle in some 2018 stuff too, which I like a lot. Gives us stuff to hope for.
yeah, and so I mean I think that's really cool. But what Chelsea, you got to see the trailers for it?
Yeah.
What you think?
Well, I'm just so sad that Animal Crossing didn't happen. That's all I'm gonna say. Like, all the games look good, but just no Animal Crossing. So I'm gonna be a sassy little bitch about it.
Be salty. Hey, I would have been hella salty
Salty.
if there was no Metroid.
Mm-hmm.
So it's all fair.
Well, but the one game I do want to talk about that is like really cool, and after the trailer and after the song for the trailer is Super Mario Odyssey. Super Mario Odyssey looks amazing. It, oh my god, it's like the Mario game I've always wanted for some reason. Like you actually get to use coins as currency now. If you guys saw that.
It's
Really?
it's looking very impressive.
It does look really good.
It's like everything. It feels to me like everything good about every 3D Mario kind of combined together, because it feels nice and open, kind of like Galaxy, but it feels kind of Mario looks like fast on his feet, which I like because that kind of reminds me of Mario 64, because I think 64 was like probably the fastest he ever was in 3D. Yeah, that's the inner speedrunner in me being happy though that he's just fast. But
there you go.
Odyssey is looking like it's a lot of fun. Like all of the gimmicks and everything actually look like they'll work well, like in the gameplay. Like the hat, possessing stuff and grabbing stuff with the hat actually looks like it's gonna be really fun.
Well, it's really interesting because you get to possess stuff in there, and it's crazy. Like you get to become a bullet bill. That's awesome.
You get to become a car. You get to become a person.
Oh yeah, that's true.
You can't. Okay, I didn't see that you could be a person. That's cool.
Yeah, it's just some random dude, like not even a cartoon style guy. He's just a normal guy walking on the streets. He just gets possessed by Mario.
Oh, that's something.
Pretty much, that's funny. You actually do see Mario riding a motorcycle too, so vehicles.
Yeah, that's really. I think that's probably a first for Mario. I think is vehicles.
Not counting like Mario Kart and shit.
Well, I mean.
Yeah, of course.
I mean, it's not the first thing with vehicles.
But in terms of, but it's weird because you can ride on like that scooter, but there's also a point where he transforms into a taxi.
Yeah.
So it'll be interesting to see everything that you can do with the possessing things. For now, it's looking good. It's looking really good.
I really like it, like how Mario looks so out of place though. Like it's really cool though.
Yeah, like
I like it.
Things are really crazy in New Donk City.
That name.
You are one letter away. One letter away from becoming a meme.
But what was I gonna say? Yeah, what kind of is a little bit like trippy still is that the bunnies, to me, I don't know, the bunnies. Well, I don't know. I don't know if you guys have seen any videos on it, but they are actually the wedding planners for Bowser and Peach's wedding.
Ooh.
Yes,
Oh yeah, yeah.
the bunnies.
I haven't seen anything on that, so
Mhm.
I'm unsure, but
Okay,
See,
well,
that's
I remember
new
seeing,
to
I know
me
they're
as
like the
well.
bosses.
well, to
So
drop some little cool things. Some things about Odyssey is that yeah, the bunnies are actually the wedding planners for Bowser's and Peach's wedding, and they're actually there to try to stop Mario. They've actually taken a ring, and they Mario needs that ring to save Peach, which is actually really cool. And it's something that a lot of people like. This is a story that a lot of people have not seen Mario go through, and that's what's really cool about this game is that it's very different. Um, and it's like it's almost like a theme that, like I said, it's new. It's definitely not like your typical Peach got kidnapped. Obviously Peach got kidnapped. You can see her getting kidnapped,
yeah,
but
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 Bowser has an intent now other than just steal.
yes, there is actually. It kind of reminded me of Super Paper Mario and
Exactly, yeah, with the
about
wedding.
that wedding and Super Paper Mario it was I will say it was one of my best Paper Mario games out.
Yeah.
One of my favorites in the series. But it kind of reminded me of that, and I like that. And to turn it into a 3D and to have the story that it has, I'm like, damn, like that's this is the Mario game that a lot of people have been waiting for. But I'm gonna leave that to Nintendo themselves when they start showing us like the actual trailers for the actual story and start talking more in-depth story about that. That way we can all like get on the same page. But Odyssey, what I can say is it's beautiful. The graphics, the gameplay.
Yeah, it's really exciting
Mhm.
that we're just finally having another 3D Mario.
Yes.
Because for so long we've just gotten the same new Super Mario Brothers game over and over again. So, but this is 100% new and fresh, and this is exactly what we wanted. So
Yeah.
I'm really really glad that we're getting it.
And those more, yeah, the poncho, that little Hispanic suit that Mario wears, yeah, I
Oh
like
yeah,
that too.
definitely, it's
And then
adorable, dude.
and then it's really
Mexico
cool
land.
because
Mexico Land.
like you guys remember seeing the trailer when Mario Odyssey first got announced and Mario
Mhm.
was dancing like in the boombox.
Yeah,
Well,
yeah.
it's really awesome. Like how it actually works is so you're walking around, you get close to the boombox, and he actually goes into that animation. Like that's how simple it is, and
Oh
it's
yeah, it's an
so
idle
so cool.
animation.
Yes,
Oh,
yes,
that's
and
really
so
cool.
you actually you're playing, and then you get close to that boombox, and he starts dancing. It is so cool. You hit the radio with your hat, and it changes the music. It is really really unique, and I'm telling you, like there's a lot of things. Okay, so and then there's this thing and wow, I'm dropping like I'm dropping like a lot of things for this game.
The knowledge.
I'm dropping the
Give
knowledge.
us the nailage.
So another cool thing about this is, how like on Super Mario 64, you were basically around this island every painting. Like if you fell down, you lost a life, and you'd have to
Mhm.
get out of the painting, go back in there. What they did with Mario Odyssey is really cool and interesting because what they're going for is they want you to have that sense of exploration. There are some fences and there are some borders, and you can still fall off the maps. However, there is one particular map that there is some secrets in there, so we won't go into details about that. But um, you actually fall off, and it hints to you that there's coins leading off that at first you're like, oh, I'm gonna throw my hat that way I can get the coins, right? But people who have like a strange feeling, everybody's playing Mario game or even a Zelda game, and you know how you get that feeling, or even any type of RPG, you get that feeling that you're like, maybe I should explore that area, and then you find something. Well, they're going for that feeling, and what happens is if you actually follow that trail of coins and you actually jump off, you actually go into a secret part of the map, and it like in this instance it's a deeper part of the woods, and it's amazing. Like it's stuff
See,
like that.
that's exactly what 3D platformer or just platformers in general right now need. That's the kind of stuff that you would
Hmm.
see in like Donkey Kong Country on Super Nintendo, with just secrets that are actually really well hidden and also rewarding.
Correct. And
That's what we need.
yes, And
That actually sounds really cool too.
what I can say about this part is that at the bottom of the level, you know how you guys saw in the trailer that there's a dinosaur that Mario takes control of. Well, at the bottom of this woods is actually a dinosaur sleeping, and I'll leave it at that. But it gets really cool, and I just can't wait to actually experience the full game when this releases on October 28th, which is an amazing release date.
I'm very surprised this game was not delayed.
Yeah,
because I've seen Nintendo delay games left and right, and so I'm really surprised that this is not delayed.
Yeah, and you know we'll definitely, unless you guys want to talk about more Odyssey, we can go to the next title. Which are you guys good?
You know, I'm just happy we have 3D Mario back, man, because I wanted one so bad on the Wii U, but you know, this game Odyssey is making it look like the 7-year wait since Galaxy 2 is absolutely worth it.
Yeah.
I can't. It has not been that long, has it?
It has been 2010.
I didn't realize it had been so long. Oh my gosh.
Yeah. So the 7-year wait for a new 3D Mario looks like it's definitely going to be worth it. I'll probably get a Switch sometime before October just to play this game, and then I'll have Metroid in the back of my mind, so you know.
Metroid.
All right, well, we'll talk about the next one. I'm pretty sure the next one's gonna be kind of brief, just because of its nature. But it is in fact Yoshi. Yoshi got a new game. It does actually have the style of Yoshi's Epic Yarn, and what's really cool about this game is that caught my attention because, you know, I'm not gonna lie, even though it does look like it's not really my type of game that I would actually, you know, spend like RPG equal amount of hours into this game. But what's really interesting, what they did this time is their thing is there's two sides to every story, and they kind of explain that in the trailer. And what it is, you know, you're in the front, but you can actually go to the back of the map, kind of like the Super Paper Mario when it was like front and back kind of thing.
Yeah, this is actually like a really interesting dynamic, and I like that they're still coming up with cool dynamics for, because you know the Yoshi games like always have something like this, like Epic Yarn. I mean, I don't even know where I'm going with this at this point, but basically, I like this dynamic a lot, and being able to actually flip sides, that's going to be able to make secret hunting like a lot of fun. There's secrets. There are going to be some really well hidden secrets in this game that are going to be really fun to find.
I just love how cute it looks.
The art style is I love. This is kind of what I liked about Color Splash a lot, is its art style is like everything's kind of made out of like cardboard.
Yeah.
And everything. I like that a lot. It looks like everything is actually handmade.
Yeah, so it looks nice. It definitely looks nice. But don't really have a lot to say about this right now, and especially, you know, with the trailer, it's still something that's really new. So hopefully I'm pretty sure, like I'm almost certain I'm gonna end up getting it to be honest.
The Mario or
the Yoshi
game?
Yeah.
Well, of course, it's Nintendo.
There you go. Thank you. Alrighty, so we'll go to the next one. The next one is a little bit more fun in terms of the actual of what the games I've played before, and that is actually Kirby. This game was actually it looked really cool, especially the whole Kirby. I mean, recently it's been all about the co-op. I've been noticing, like,
yes, the co-op Kirby games, like I don't know if y'all played Return to Dreamland on Wii. That's a fantastic co-op game. Really, really fun. So y'all should play that sometime before this comes out. So I'm really glad to see another co-op Kirby game, because, like, you know, the last couple of games, like Triple Deluxe and Planet Robobot, have been really fun, but having this 4-player adventure kind of game again is going to be a lot of fun.
Well, and also think that they're saying, Nintendo is stressing, is that what they really want to let people know about the Switch is that, well, what they want to see is they want to see people playing together, you know, like, and the Joy-Cons, which is like splitting the joy, it actually works, man. Because from my personal experience, I've actually, like, literally taken my Switch to a restaurant, and me and my brother started playing like Mario Kart and split the joy, You know, the controller is another thing, but it's fun. Like, it's actually really simple. You really wouldn't think too much of it. You're like, oh, it's just another controller. But a game like Kirby, I could see that being really cool, especially if you have, you know, actual extra set of Joy Cons, which is for people.
Mhm.
It's cool. I like those type of games. I think that's what brings a lot of people together. Like, I can imagine a game like that during midnight launch and waiting and then actually playing with people.
Yeah, just passing time.
Yeah, it's passing time and it's cool, man. It's definitely
Mhm.
cool. What do you think, Chels?
I mean, like, I really like how it is multiplayer. Like, but I've said it before. That's what I've always liked about Nintendo is they're pretty big on multiplayer games. It's just like a fun game that you could play with your friends, or if you're a family, you could play with your family. I really like how social they're going with it.
Yeah, that's. I really hope they keep that up. I'm
Yeah.
definitely looking
I'll
So
forward.
just
do
say that
I.
I like the socialness a lot. It's gonna, these games are perfect for playing with people like around you, but at the same time, please Nintendo, please have online. Please, it's 2017. Gaming
It's
online
time.
is like a necessity at this point. It really, games like these are would be so nice to be able to play with people online. Because it's an adventure game. You want to go on an adventure with your friends, but sometimes
They
you're in
can't
an
come
apartment by
over.
yourself and your friends aren't with you.
That makes me
So
sad. Like, just
on
imagining
online.
it. Like, it's like, I got this really fun Kirby game and no one to play with.
Exactly. Like
That sounds so
the
bluesy.
CPUs, like, sure they look cool, but just please, online is a necessity at this point. I know online was a necessity with the Wii U that they missed out on. So I really really hope that they make it work here, especially now that they're gonna have like they have a special headset that works to where you can do online chat and whatnot. So I really really hope that like all these co-op games that are coming out, it's really cool that you can play them together, with the Joy Cons. But please have some online.
Online is very important, especially
And
nowadays.
I guess that's pretty much all we have to say about
Indeed.
Kirby. Kirby's gonna be probably really fun.
Mm-hmm.
Well, then we'll hop right into the next one, which is probably the one that Colton is the most excited about, and that, my peoples, is the return of the great one and only Metroid Prime 4.
It's happening.
It is happening. And someone like, well, I'll let you take it away, Colton. Your thoughts and opinion, man. As soon as you saw this happening, like,
Metroid Prime 3 released in 2007, and it's
Mm.
10 years later, and we're finally getting another one. And I am ecstatic because not okay. First off, I'm ecstatic with just the idea of seeing the planets like in HD because none of the Metroid Primes were in HD. They were all on either GameCube or Wii. So being able to see the huge world and everything, like everything just HDified is gonna look in 1080p is gonna look amazing, and it's all gonna be first person because of Metroid Prime. So yeah, things are just it's gonna be a lot more dynamic, I think. So I'm just really really excited for this. Prime is a really really fun gameplay style too. That is kind of it's interesting too because it's kind of hard to pick up for some people. Even the very first time I played it, I was used to 2D Metroid, and I was like, how, how a game. But once you get used to it, Prime is a lot of fun, and there's a lot you can do with that engine. So
it was
I
that
just
it
it's gonna be so good. I cannot wait.
the
Just the
world
just the return to Metroid in general.
the
We've
world
wanted it.
stopped.
Yeah, yeah. Everybody on Twitter's blown up. Nintendo won E3 exactly the minute they showed that off.
That's all they needed. They could have started with that, and that's it. All right, Nintendo.
Reggie just comes out, he just says Metroid, and then just leaves.
Like, drops Metroid 4.
Frantic screaming.
Yeah, but Yeah, I'm very as a huge Metroid fan, I'm so happy that Samus is back because she really deserves to be back. And right now, all the F-Zero fans are crying. Sorry, guys. Next to
But yeah, there's definitely some releases that we would love to see. But we can actually take a brief second here to talk about the first party game. I'm sorry, the third party games. Um, you know what was it? That Fire Emblem Dynasty Warrior one.
oh yeah, Fire Emblem Warriors.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Fire Emblem Warriors. That was a little. I don't know. To me, it just felt a little bit off. But
It's the problem is that they're only using characters from two games, and then they're using Marth, and I think this is pretty obviously uh gonna be DLC, like out the butt. Like it's gonna like you know that there's gonna be a Path of Radiance DLC that gives you like Ike and Lynn. You know that's gonna happen.
You
So
have to bite.
so I'm pretty sure that this is gonna be a huge kind of. Well, I feel like Hyrule Warriors was like worth getting even without the DLC. The DLC really expanded upon it, but the game was fine by itself without it. Um, so this kind of just seeing that there's only characters from two games and then Marth just because he's like the most known, it kind of screams cash grab a little bit.
I don't
I won't
even think
lie.
it's a cash grab. I feel like it's almost like a last minute scrambled idea that they tried to put together and make it work.
Yeah.
Mhm. Yeah,
Like I
that's
feel like
fun.
it was just very like let's like they didn't really go in planned at all. It's just like let's just do it. See what happens. Let's see how it works and hope for the best.
Just put
Yeah.
Fire Emblem in the name. No, I'm just kidding.
I mean, it's cool that it's getting like a full story though, and the story looks more
Oh,
dynamic
yeah.
than Hyrule Warriors, so that's
Mm-hmm.
good. Because the Hyrule Warriors story was whatever. Everybody played it for the map mode that they added and everything. The story mode was just okay. So this story looks a little more dynamic, and Fire Emblem always has great stories, so that's one thing to look forward to. But just it kind of sucks that it's only Awakening and Fates, and then Marth.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
That's one thing to look forward to. But just it kind of sucks that it's.
what was I gonna say? I completely blinked out right now. But um, the only other one that I kind of thought was really cool was Rocket League. Rocket League
Yes.
is
Yeah,
something
Rocket
that
League.
like I still to this day haven't gotten on the actual like Rocket League bus. But now that it's coming on the Switch, I don't know. I think I'm gonna get it.
It's really fun, and I love Rocket League as a game. I love the developers, so they keep announcing that it's going to be on different stuff and that it's going to have this crossplay, and like I am 100% for it. That game needs to be on every console because
Which game?
Rocket League.
It looks good.
Yeah,
It
Rocket
looks
League.
so fun.
Rocket League is very fun. I have it on my PS4, and I love it. So having crossplay and having like just it being on every console, I think it absolutely deserves to be on every console possible because
Mm-hmm.
it's worth it, and it's gonna there's gonna be the exclusive stuff to Switch, but just being able to play that at any time is gonna be awesome.
Not even just that, like it looks like a game that would run so smoothly on the Switch. Just
Mhm.
because the way the game is, the way the game like works and how the controllers are and if you want to play with somebody else.
Well,
Yeah.
did
Like
you,
With
just
the
it's
Joy-Cons, you can have
yeah.
2v2s. If you have another person with a Switch, then you can have like a 2v2 like right on the spot.
Mhm.
well,
Oh yeah, like it's just like it almost goes so fluidly with it.
is the Xbox One version or the PS4 version cross-platform?
I think the Xbox One version is. I'm not 100% sure about the PS4 version, but I think the PS4 version works with PC.
Do y'all know about the Switch version?
I think the Switch will have crossplay. I believe. I think they said that. And again, that was like a couple hours ago while I was at work. So, but I'm pretty sure that they said it'll have crossplay.
Correct. So this will actually have a cross-network, cross-platform play. Now that's weird because you say the PS4 doesn't.
Well, Sony kind of. I know with games before, Sony's been kind of iffy on their crossplay. And I think Rocket League was one of those games that they really tried to push, and Sony wasn't really having it at first.
Well, the other thing is that Minecraft as a third-party game for Nintendo.
Yeah, Minecraft. Yeah, they will have crossplay with Switch and
Correct.
Xbox One and
And
PC,
it'll
but
also
no PS4.
and so like that's the thing is like they were interviewing, I believe, I need to pull this up, but someone from Sony, and what they understood was that Sony was the one that basically refused to not do the cross-phone play.
Yeah.
And I don't know, I kind of like, why would you, I guess.
They don't want any of those delicious treats, Candyman.
I guess
No.
not.
Yeah. No, Sony's weird. They kind of like to keep to themselves with some things, while I think Microsoft is really pushing, especially with Microsoft putting a lot of their stuff on Windows 10. They're really kind of pushing that, all gamers, hashtag Unite Gamers.
Yes.
So, while I think Sony just cares more about, let's just make games, which is I think is good. I think it's very important to care about making games. But at the same time, the whole Unite Gamers thing is kind of cool. It would be nice to finally, your friend is like, oh, I want to buy an Xbox One because I'm interested in the games that are on there, like Halo, Gears of War, stuff like that. I'm interested in that. And then your friend over here is like, hey, I'm interested in PS4 because I like all of the exclusives on there. And then Eddie, you can be like, hey, I have a Nintendo Switch, like, because I like Nintendo the most. But hey, all three of us can still play a game together,
What a magical world that would be.
I know, right? It just it makes so much sense to just be able to unite.
I would almost think like it would make game purchasing that much easier.
Yeah, it really would, because it's just the way I see whenever I want to buy a console is, okay, look at the exclusives for it, because that's important, especially if you have a PC that can run games that are also on there. It's like, are the exclusives worth buying the console?
I remember now.
A lot of stress can go into buying consoles.
Yeah.
Because that's a lot of money that you are putting into just one gaming platform.
Yeah.
And if a lot of the titles you like are online based and a lot of your friends aren't even going to have one, it's just kind of like, oh, what's the point? Yeah. I guess. Like,
especially with like buying a console around launch, or at least because the Switch still is very, very new. So anybody that's already bought a Switch or is buying one, around this time, they're investing.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
But now it's starting to look like those investments might be worth it, because Metroid.
Well, do you know who I feel sorry for when it comes to all these different consoles? It's the parents.
Oh no.
The parents.
Mommy, I want an Xbox One X.
And then there's like the sibling that's like, no, I want the other, and it can get so stressful. Like it's just like, if we can just like do the cross-platform thing, that would be that much easier.
Yeah, right.
It would be beautiful.
So basically what we're saying is, Sony, come on, guys. Like come on. All right?
Come on.
Unite the gamers.
But Rocket League, yeah. Rocket League looks sick. I'm very happy, because like I said, that game deserves to be on everything that it possibly can be, because it's just that good of a game.
Yeah, and so I just for E3 this year, Nintendo definitely stepped up, and they're definitely not doing the mistakes that they did with the Wii U, and that was
they're learning
the games, and that's really good for them. So, but we'll leave it at that. Because tomorrow, or pretty soon, I want to say either tomorrow or Friday, the Ultimate Podcast will be up, which will be me, and I think I already picked the guy for Sony, which is Michael. and then I haven't really picked anybody for Microsoft, but we're gonna have a good old fashioned debate, and anything goes, and we're gonna try to see and decide between hardcore fans who won E3. So the only thing I can say is, at least Nintendo, we brought the games, so I can say
Yes,
that.
Nintendo stepped up. Nintendo's show was absolutely better than the last 2 years. I think the last 2 years of Nintendo at E3 have kind of been sad because they've either been like games that nobody ended up really caring about, like Animal Crossing Amiibo Festival, or like last year's E3 was just kind of like, hey, our NX thing we're showing off pretty soon and it's exciting, but we don't have anything for the Wii U. Sorry, guys. So
Alrighty. So
yeah, so it's really good to see them back on track with like, all right, it's time to make some games. Because as Reggie said back in 2004, my name is Reggie. I'm about kicking ass, taking names, and making games. And it looks like that's what
Hey.
Nintendo's back to. So I'm happy.
there you go. All right. Well, we'll leave it at that. If you guys have anything to plug, please do it now.
Hmm.
You can go ahead.
Me? Really? Alright, well, if you guys would like, you could follow me on Twitch. I'm BingaXBoo. You can also follow me on Instagram and Twitter. Twitter is BingaXBoo_TV. And Instagram, it's just Bingaboo.
And for me, hi, I'm the Legend of Groose. I sometimes stream. It's a thing that I can sometimes do, I guess. But now I have acquired, modern time PC parts, so it might be possible for me to stream again. But you can find me at twitch.tv/The Legend of Groose, and you can find my Twitter, Legend of Groose1. Don't really post anything on there. Maybe I will sometime, but I kind of just retweet funny stuff. So if you want to see funny gaming stuff, follow me on Twitter.
There you go.
And
Alright,
yeah.
guys, and stay and subscribe if you're new, because tomorrow, pretty soon. I keep saying tomorrow, I don't know why, but we'll definitely have that podcast up ready for you guys. So thank you guys so much for tuning in, and you guys have a great day. Bye.